Reselling Raiders roll. Reselling Raiders, treasure we chase. Hat house fired up, coaching the race. Vintage hats, shirts, golf gear supreme. Raiders of resale, living the dream. From whatnot to eBay, we score the loot. Vintage finds in every pursuit. Tips to cash in, stories so grand. Reselling Raiders, rulers of the land. Reselling Raiders, treasure we chase. Hat house fired up, coaching the race. Vintage hat shirts, golf gear supreme. Raiders of resale, living the dream. Tune in, hear the lore. Reselling Raiders, always more.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Reselling Raiders podcast. I'm Hat House, followed by Coach Porch and Fired Up Finds, episode number 11. We're going to lay that down tonight. Yeah,
Holy cow.
definitely going
Hell
good.
yeah.
Our main theme I wanted to talk about was summer slowdown. Is it a real thing? Have y'all ever noticed it before in the past? It might be a little different with what we sell, but I do want to dig into that a little bit. And as always, if you're in the Instagram world or the Facebook world, head over to YouTube so you can get into the comment section. We love talking to you guys and answering your questions, and I love hearing from you out there. The DA already made it. Finally got
Absolute
the notification. So guys, make sure you hit the bell, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you hit the thumbs up, make sure you leave us a 5-star review out there in the podcast land. We really appreciate that. Anywhere you can get your podcast, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, just to name a few. There's lots of places to get those. And of course, we always kick it off with our favorite thing, which is our sponsor of the week. And I've been promised that this is a good one. We kind of
I
built
got
this
you
one
covered.
up.
Got
So-
you covered right here.
So who
Are you
gave us
ready?
a call this week, Coach?
Well, let me ask you a question real quick. Is anybody else seeing this statement from
Yeah.
DA on their screen?
Oh,
Okay,
there we go.
there we go.
I was gonna say
so this is
that
going to tie into
was
this
beautiful.
week perfectly. Are you ready? This episode is brought to you by The Playpen, the adult resale boutique where fashion meets function, and both are slightly pre-loved. Need a barely worn designer jacket that screams, "I have my life together," while you sell Wi-Fi extenders out of your garage? We got you. Want vintage streetwear, refurbished electronics, and suspiciously affordable AirPods all in one place? The Playpen is your playground. Specialize in high-end taste on a medium-low budget. Think Gucci vibes with Craigslist energy. Whether you're shopping on eBay, Depop, or Poshmark, just know behind every listing from the Playpen is someone sipping boxed wine, shipping your future outfit with packing tape from 2014. The Playpen. Adulting is hard. Shopping here isn't.
Yeah. Wow. So
Oh, the playpen is fucking amazing.
yeah. So Mike like gave us a hint that he was going to be moving this week. He moved into, and we didn't really pick it up last week exactly, but he just said it in passing that we're going to call the other room the playpen. So we're gonna have to elaborate a little bit more on what exactly is the playpen.
It's where I'm at, dude. It's literally where I'm at. We got the storage little room. I don't know where my finger is, right in there. And then this whole area is the playpen, boys. We can do whatever we want here. Anything we want can be done here. You want to smash some shit? We can smash anything we want. We can do anything. So we're playing. It's a bit of a pin. Actually, y'all can thank Amanda for for naming it that. I just happened to say it out loud. I didn't think that it was as suspect as as it was until you guys texted me after last week's pod. It was like, did y'all catch that? And I was like, I didn't even know what the hell they were talking about. I was like, no. I was like, what are you guys talking about? And they were like, the playpen. And then it was 2 scrolls through a text thread of them roasting me about calling it the playpen. I think it's a good name. And on top of that, I'm not changing it, dude. That's what it's called. So
I wouldn't change
it's
it,
sweet.
but there's a few adult places that may want to challenge you on the usage of the words playpen.
Yeah, that might be copyright. You might have a copyright problem with, I don't know, strip clubs.
Oh, dude,
I don't know.
it's the perfect name, though. I swear on my life, it's a perfect name because on this road that I'm on, there is a strip club directly across the road. And then on my side of the road, about a block down to the west, there's another strip club. So, yeah, I'm on the strip, you know?
Yeah, that's some hot real estate.
Yeah, dude. So it's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. That's a great ad read. I'm gonna have to call Amanda and see how much that costs the biz, but yeah.
So
we
are we
appreciate
going
you
for like a
shouting us
name
out.
change here? What? No.
No, never.
No,
No,
he-
we can't. No, we can't. Amanda said that we're gonna get a
Neon
sign,
sign?
like one of those
Get a
neon
neon
signs.
one? Neon
Yep.
sign. Oh,
Yeah, she's good. We're getting a neon sign. So I think that'll be fun.
When's
That'll
the
be fun
first
to have in the
actual
background.
show that you're going to sell stuff from the playpen?
I have it scheduled for the 23rd, but my sister just got accepted into FSU. So her and my parents are coming out here on the 22nd, and then we're supposed to go to FSU on the 23rd. So I might have to push that back like 2 days. Yep.
There's Bert.
Yep.
There's Bert right there.
Yep. So she'll be going to FSU this year, which is cool.
God bless her.
Yeah. Hopefully she enjoys it and has fun. And not too much fun, but just enough fun.
So you're going to use that area behind you, and it's going to be, and you're basically going to run your show from this right
I'm
here.
going to run everything. We got this space, A, because it's super affordable, and B, we've been doing everything we've been talking about on this podcast for the last, 2.5 months out of our house, which I know both of you guys do, but you guys have, a bigger house than I do. And so it was just getting to the point where, you want to go home and hang out or whatever. And it was like we had our living room that was fine and our bedroom that was fine. But then the whole garage and both of the spare bedrooms were completely done. You know what I mean? So, and could we have made it more efficient? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, of course. But it's just super nice to just have a place to go. It's 12 minutes from the house. Have a place to go, do everything here. All the eBay, the Depop, the Poshmark, all the whatnot shows, I'm going to be doing the podcast from here. You know what I mean? Everything related to any of this stuff that we do is all going to be from here, other than, lowballing people on Facebook Marketplace. Other than that, I'll be doing some of that at the house. But
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta be on
I had
board.
I had a storage building for a little bit when we first started too. It was nice. It's of course ours was like $100. It was pretty good size. But it was just a regular storage building. And it is really nice to be able to have it all there. I guess
Yeah.
Yeah.
the only thing was just whenever you went to pick up everything that you were getting ready to ship, or I guess you're going to do all your shipping there. We had to kind of like go get everything we're going to ship, and
Yeah.
then we brought it back to the house, and then we shipped it. And occasionally would forget something, or it was
Yeah.
kind of a pain like that. But Mary did most of that while I was still full time working somewhere else, and she kind of did all that. Went down there, brought it all back, and then did the shipping, which was nice. It was nice to have. It was,
How far
and that's
away was
why I built the shed behind the house.
Mhm.
I had to have a place to store
That was
the
gonna be my next question. But how far away was it? The storage unit.
about 15 minutes for Mary. It wasn't too bad at all. It was
Yeah.
just down the road a little bit.
Yeah, it's so nice. Oh, like you guys saw, I had that storage unit for 1 month when I did the U-Haul thing.
Mhm.
And I mean, from like the second that I was in there, I immediately knew that I was like, this isn't, it's not for me. I don't live in a place that has a moderate temperature, and I'm like, the AC bumps here 72 degrees 24/7. So it's, to be able to come in here and like I just showed the boys before we started, before we went live, but like the amount, once you get organized and get, everything into a system of like how it started out for us anyway. It started out very similar to being like a very organized thing. And then I threw in Whatnot, and with Whatnot became so much buying. You know what I mean? I wasn't buying as much because I was very, very focused on like buying only high sell-through rate items, and you know what I mean? Like doing like a lot of research on stuff and so on and so forth. So I was getting still a good amount of stuff, but I wasn't going out and picking up 70 pieces of clothing in a day. You know what I mean? Or like things that are like that,
Are you
So
going to
it
feel a little
became,
more pressure though with this overhead that you have to cover every
I,
month?
li- I,
mean,
I
to
like it
stay.
though, because like I said, it's $555 a month. It's month to month. So, you know, at the end of the day, everybody has a different level of, what they want to make, and, what I mean? So, and the effort they want to put in. And for us, and it's been consistent the last, almost whatever, again, 2 years, that, to make $500 a month or whatever is not difficult, like at all. You know what I mean? So, and like I say, we also, like, I also have the fire department, you know what I mean? So that's like where all my bill money comes from. So it's like, it's nice to have something like this that puts a little bit of pressure on this actual part of the business, because you know what I mean? You kind of have that like, oh, well, we actually have to go do stuff because we have a bill to pay that comes out of this
Mm.
account. You know what I mean? And it's never been like that before.
Right.
So, yeah, I kind of like it. I mean, we've only been in here for, a week or whatever, but like so far, it's yeah, it's been fun. It's been super fun. What JD say?
Let's see.
That's
You got.
that's tiny, JD. That's tiny.
I told myself I was not going to buy or source online anymore, but I have nearly 10 boxes arrive or en route to my house so far this month. Well, I I don't know. Were we responsible for that at all, JD? Did 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 we get you back into buying? Because I know you were kind of absent for a minute, but then you're all of a sudden. Are they all hats? I'm wondering that too. Are you mainly back in the hat game? I haven't. I've been pretty absent from Whatnot for probably a month and a half. I haven't.
Yeah.
I popped into your guys' show. I've just been really focused on getting my listings back up and getting
Mhm.
eBay and the other eBay store. And I have some cool stuff that I could run on Whatnot and have a pretty good show. I think I might do that in a couple weeks, but just really trying to get eBay churning back again, because I finally hit the green. I've been down for about 3 months on eBay, and I finally hit back in the green yesterday, and really it owe it all to, and that's just on the Hat House account. The other one is totally different, but it's just being consistent and listing. Uh, we just hadn't been doing it, trying to do all those separate things. But
Hmm.
and then just really excited about the cross listing, where it's going to go, because it's showing some really good promise between Mercari and Poshmark with this new app, and got some good news about it. Hopefully, it'll all be finalized by next week, but some good news on that front.
Heck yeah.
So, and it's really pushed. I don't here. Let me show you. I wasn't planning on showing, but I'll show. Get- This is how much. This is how much we have done.
Anticipation.
Anticipation, yes.
Here we go.
So just in 2 weeks, here's where we are. In 15 days, we've done $1,700 on about 250 listings. Well, whatever, 80 plus, I guess 274. About 274 listings, and that's a pretty good sell-through rate, I think, too,
Hmm.
by cross-listing all these items. The average sale price a little lower than I want it to be. I'd rather be closer to 25, pushing close to 30, but I think it's pretty good. And then I've shown you, and it was really more than I was kind of talking smack about 90%. And when I got to look at it, it doesn't show on this screenshot, but it's really closer to 80, 15, 5. 80% being on eBay, 15% being on Poshmark, 5% being on Mercari is really where. And I've listed some earbuds, some hats, so you can kind of tell what category I'm talking about. A little bit of shoes and some shirts here and there. But I was really surprised to be close to 15% using this new app, which automatically shares and follows, and it does all that cool stuff too to really help. And I was just really surprised that it was closer to 15%, and it was like 20% overall. So really excited about that. That's why I've been kind of laying low on the Whatnot scene, just trying to push the listings. Something I am disappointed with. I have like 120 items on listed on Whatnot as buy it now or make an offer, and I haven't sold one item on Whatnot as a buy it now or make offer. And I've got some pretty cool hats on there. I would think somebody would at least shoot me some sort of offer. I just thought it was kind of interesting that
I don't see a lot of I've never done Hourly Flipper. What's up, dude? I've never done any buy it nows on Whatnot. You know, it's just like it's not even a platform that I even think about when it comes to buy it nows. You know,
Really?
yeah, it's just for me, I just never
I think Coach has a following that kicks
I'll
in
be
with
putting
him.
this in to buy it now.
That's
I think
pretty
so.
sweet. That's
think it's
just
sick.
in time for July 4th right there.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
like perfect. I love that. Yeah, it's like you know,
How many do
maybe
you get, Coach? Like a week, an average week? Do you sell like 2 or 3 things a week by now?
Yeah, I probably crank out a couple here and there. With this past month where I was on vacation, off vacation, on vacation, off vacation, you're getting ready to talk about the summer slowdown. That's where mine comes in at. When I start taking a lot of golf vacations, it just kind of grinds to a halt. You were talking about, getting back to listing on eBay, and that was something I was sitting in my office thinking about today. I was like, I've got to get back to it because I've kind of slacked while I was out playing, running around the country playing golf, and kind of slacked off. But as Mike says, we have those jobs that we can fall back on to do that.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just
That's what I
surprised.
liked about this place is that, the pressure to make sure that you do list every day. And I told Amanda, I said, our goal from this point forward or whatever is 15 new items every day, cross-listed across 4 platforms. Because I really feel like 15 is a number that's manageable where, you're not having to work like some crazy schedule, but it's also enough that you can get the, $150, $200 a day or whatever, multiply that by 30 days. And then, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of where, that's kind of like where I want us to be for the time being. You know what I mean? And with the added in the Whatnot shows on, hopefully a weekly basis, something like that. I feel like it's an even workload where it's not too much, not too little, you're making good money, so on and so forth. So
yeah, because at that 15, you want to be selling 10 to 15 a day is really where you want to be.
Yeah.
And I mean, with the $20 to $30 sales price, $300 a day is a really good deal, and it definitely is a good place to be. Another awesome question by JD. He asked, "Did you hear about the new AI listing app tech announced today in beta now?" No, I haven't. But I will say I used AI like super heavy when I did my earbud listings. So I basically put in prompts and I was like, hey, I'm going to tell you a model number on some earbuds. And I want you to spit out an SEO title for these earbuds. And then I want you to go through and look at the item specifics. And I want you to give me a check mark, yes or no, whether it has that on this model of earbuds. And then I want you to give me a summary at the end of all the specs that I can copy and paste to put into this listing. So all I did was when I was doing my listings for these earbuds, I put in the model number, I'd have it spit out my title, I'd copy and paste that. Then I would just run through the item specifics and I would click the ones that it had, and then I'd copy and paste the specs into my item description. And I think that's I don't know if theirs does that, but I think you could train your AI to do what you needed to do on the listings. I don't know if an app would be worth that. I'd just have to look at it and see what it has. But I think that's really going to help with. Some people use the AI the wrong way. Just tell where you can just push the eBay AI to make up some fluffy paragraph about some crap you don't even really care about. Like, this is going to be the most beautiful hat in the world. You'll love it. It's stylish and new and all this. Nobody cares about that. They want to know the specs. Yeah. And people use that. Yeah, the AI.
Talk to me, Goose.
Yeah, the current version is just terrible.
Yeah.
What it needs to do is it needs to figure out exactly what this item is, what all the specifications of the item are, and be able to list that. So I
They should
assume
know
that's
by
where
now,
it's headed.
frankly. They should know by now, frankly, that, you know, what, 75% don't even read the dang description anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you go to any of my eBay listings, my description is like, 10 words max.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like there's almost nothing to put there. See the measurements, or there's a stain here, or whatever it is. Like,
Right.
I don't have because you can always go and look at those listings that have that AI thing, and it's a paragraph long, and it doesn't say anything. It says a paragraph of nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you don't want to read that because like you're looking at the hat or the shirt. It's like, yeah, you like it. You don't need to be told that it's like a stylish thing for you to go roll around in the dirt in the summertime, man.
Right.
Like, yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it going forward on the actual platforms. They're gonna have to figure out some way to do it better.
Yeah.
Than what they're
I
doing.
mean, it's gonna be to the point, like I could here soon, I'm sure, that you're just gonna go out and find these dang things, take a picture of it, and then they'll do everything from there on out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than it'll be like the only human thing that you got to do is actually just go find the items. You know what I mean? Like, it's, other than that, that's all you need.
Yeah. Google Lens is. There's very rarely a hat that I can't find. I can find the most obscure stuff with Google Lens, and just whether it's some weird softball league in California, the logo on it. I mean, I found that yesterday. I mean, nobody would have ever known that. And with Google Lens, you can track down pretty much anything.
Yeah.
And then
It's
just
rare
being
to come
able,
up empty.
yeah. And to be able to take that and just translate that into a listing, I'm sure somebody's got that all figured out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Darren said that he's been buying some pallets from Salvation Army for $25. It's not a lot of raw donations, but I want to know how many pounds is the pallet, Darren? Because mine does that as well, and you have to buy I believe it's $300, and it's a minimum of either 1,000 or 1,200 pounds. And it's all clothing, bed sheets. I mean, it's all like fabric, clothing,
Textiles.
stuff like that. Yeah, textiles. Yeah. So, but it's all the ones that they rag out. Like, so whatever, every 2 weeks or whatever, they go through. They pull all the ones that have a certain tag color on them, and the ones that didn't sell, and so on. So, I don't know. You'd have to, at least for me, I'd have to dig through a lot of bullshit to, hopefully find something.
Yeah, that's always ends up being the problem with buying in bulk and I'm trying to figure that out, what to do with some of my earbuds right now that are really like $10 earbuds. They really sell on eBay for $10 free shipping, $12 free shipping, which is no way to make money on that. How do you get rid of that? How do you get rid of that stuff? You just donate it back. I think I'm gonna end up doing lots on earbuds as well, like I do hats. And I don't.
You should bring that to Whatnot.
You think I could have an earbud show on Whatnot for $10
I'm not-
earbuds?
I'm not saying the
Absolutely, you could
first
do an
one's going to be
electronic
like
show.
some. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you might eat it for a second because you're going to be in a new category where nobody has any idea who the hell Hat House is and why he's selling earbuds.
Yeah, but bounce
uh,
it a couple times so you build up
yeah,
some bookmarks and then go live and
yeah,
you know
dude, Amanda bought a
if you're
freaking
gonna
a
donate
space
it,
heater.
yeah, if you're gonna donate it and chuck it or whatever, or maybe try to do some lots, you may get
Yeah,
what you're looking for on the other end. I mean, it's
yeah,
worth a
Yeah.
shot.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you you know, you round up 50, 60 freaking earbud pairs.
Oh wow.
The thing is that like say you do it on eBay and you lot them up to where they're all $4 each or whatever the math is. I mean, if you get that same $4 on Whatnot, that's cool because you have the opportunity for them to run it up to 10 or 12 or 15 or 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Or use
like
it
I
for
would just
gifts,
look
too.
at I would just look at whatever the price per unit you were going to put on an eBay lot of 20, 30, however, like 10, however many you're going to do. And then just take that and make that your starting bid or whatever, $5 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think I
Yeah.
have to sit there though for 5 hours to sell 20 earbuds though, and just wait for people to buy them?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
I
I've
would
never
just
done.
get
Listen, I
yourself
did
a
toys
bunch
one
of 'em.
time, Steven. Did toys.
I know you sold some Hot Wheels at one time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, just do
I
the
don't know.
same thing. Do the same thing he did. You just go on there, run your
You know-
show. When you're done, be done.
You know me though, if nobody's buying
I know
nothing, I'm
you-
just
you-
not going to hang out there very long.
Yeah.
It's just
It's true story. I don't want to see you rage quit again because I'll be in the room probably.
if nobody is swiping, I'm not going to waste your time and mine, and I'm not going to sit in there with 10 people in and out. And I know that's the way the Whatnot goes, and I know I don't know. Maybe I'll try it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, I
I'll
think
try
it might
some
be.
earbuds.
I think it might be worth a shot or two. You know what I mean?
Take a swing
Like,
at it. See what
A
happens.
new category might be fun, anyways, to meet some new people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's
You
why.
can always,
That's
yeah,
why.
you can always back. You
What'd
can
you say?
always back it up and use them as your giveaways for your head shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean
Free-
that
free-
ended up. I
free
mean,
is free.
although you did give away some good ones, but I mean that ended up working out good.
Yeah. Giving away the I'll definitely do another a good earbud giveaway next time I do a hat show. It was really fun. It was really cool.
Are you finding yourself? Are you running into the same problem in the earbud game that you are running into in the hat game, where you're getting lots and 50% are good or whatever, and 50% are like okay to not good or whatever it is.
Yeah, but we kind of broke it down into different pricing categories that we're going to do with the ones that are like that I'm talking about. But that person, everybody's trying to move that stuff. I mean, you're just not all going to be able to get just like all the good stuff. You're going to have to be able to help that person out a little bit with their lower end stuff, or they're not. You're not just going to send you.
Yeah, they're
all
not going
the
to let you
great
come in and
stuff.
cherry pick it.
Yeah.
Give them a dog crap.
So I've got
how many loads have you gotten from?
this will be the third, and this is going to be
And-
like 500 earbuds in this load. This is the
And-
biggest one.
Have you been in the green every time
Oh yeah,
to where
Yeah.
you want to be?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, yeah. Then that's fine.
Yeah,
Then
it's
fuck
good.
all those
The rest-
other ones, dude. Dude, send them, dude. Go to the nearest ocean, dude, and freaking use them as rocks and skip them.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
the new earbud store. I think I'm at 90 listed. And I'm not even at 90 days yet. It was 60 sold. I mean, so
It's really good.
That's a pretty good sell through rate.
Yeah.
There, and I haven't listed on it really in a week, so I'm okay with the sell through there too. But,
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. Especially if you haven't listed on there in a week, dude. It's even better.
Yeah, what I gotta find is somebody local like that wants to go down and where I could pass them on for $4 or $5 a piece, and them go sell them at the flea market or something for $10. Or
Yeah.
I wish I could find that person.
Oh,
But,
dude, if you were here, dude, I could hook you up so fat. Like,
I'm sure there's somebody that would take a bunch of earbuds and be able.
Yeah.
I
How
mean,
many
I
pair
wouldn't
do you
even
have?
need double my money. How many? Well, I've got 500 coming in. I've
How
got
many just like of the extra BS ones do you have?
right now. It's probably 40,
Okay.
40 or, and but by the time the next load that's coming in, it's going to be, I'll have another 100, and so
Yeah.
it'll be about 150.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe I can get with some of my guys at the flea market here and see if we can work something out.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
the
I'm not
Larry
looking.
at the playpen can help you out.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not looking to
Everything
make.
comes through the playpen. Everything.
It's going to be the yeah,
Yeah, dude.
yeah,
Brandon said
Brandon.
Earbud House.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's a terrible name. It's a terrible name. I think didn't I tell everybody what my. No, I think I just told you guys. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep y'all guessing.
Yeah.
So put in the chat what you think. What do you think my secret name is? It's pretty similar to mine, but not right.
Yeah. If somebody can guess his eBay store name between now and when we end this pod, on my mother's life, I will Venmo, Cash App, PayPal you $10 for free.
$10 to guess.
$10, and also Coach will also Coach is gonna text one of his buddies, hey, come into the podcast, pretend you've never been here before, and see what it is.
Let's see. What was that again? Let me find it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to scroll back in the dang text thread for a minute.
It would be tough to. It'd be tough, but it's not impossible.
Yeah. I like number 2 on there because I didn't know what the talking points for the day were, but that was one of the ones that I was gonna bring up. Was the summer slowdown.
Summer slowdown.
Yeah.
Have y'all really experienced it in the past?
Well, I tell you, it's, and I'm looking at this from the other side. I create the slowdown on my end. So that summer slowdown is coming as a result of my actions. So I can't really fault the buy-in audience because I'm the slacker in this scenario.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes from just the clothing category. If you're in the coats and the jeans and the sweatshirts and all that, I mean, it's just going to happen.
Oh, yeah,
When
yeah.
we
you
used
got
to do,
you got to make the move to shorts and lighter materials, but
yeah, we
realize
used to
you're
do a
gone.
lot of shorts, and we actually have a really great July. But there is something to be said. You will notice the buying patterns; they change a little bit.
Shorts.
That you get more cha-chings past 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night and through overnight. People just have more stuff going on during the day, it seems like, and they kind of push off their buying and surfing and checking out what to buy till later in the evenings. But
Yeah.
Hey Brandon, that playpen isn't cheap, man. He's got to buy a whole new neon sign with a stripper pole and all that. So
Yep. Yeah.
he's-
Yeah, that guy
he's
that I
gonna be on
told you about
Powerade for a
before.
minute. He's
That
gonna be
guy
on
that I told you
Powerade for a
about
minute.
before the pod started that I said has a little bit of a queer eye and he's gonna come over here and freaking decorate for me. He's right there. That's old Brandon right there. He's gonna come in here and freaking make this space a home, you know? A freaking
Brandon's our guy.
Brandon's our
Brandon.
guy, dude. Brandon's our
Brandon. Get your sack off of the bench, man.
guy. Dude, I don't think I told him that story. I have to. That's
Well, now you're gonna have to. He's wondering
Yeah.
what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah. I guess I never I don't know, last summer, I guess I didn't notice any kind of slowdown, but since we've been doing a lot more clothing and a lot less of everything else that's not clothing, I feel like I feel like we've experienced like some slowdown over the last handful of weeks. You know what I mean? Because all
Yeah.
the electronics that I've listed are gone. You know what I mean? They sell like wildfire anyway. So
Right.
it doesn't matter if it's smack dab in the middle of winter or summer or anything. But we were getting, so many jackets and jeans and stuff like that were flying. And now it's just Amanda's still doing pretty good because a lot of her stuff is, it can be worn kind of whenever. But
We also
a lot of
have
the men's
the
clothing,
school,
yeah, yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I just noticed that the average sales price goes down a little bit too, just because some of that winter stuff and the jackets and stuff could be a higher selling price.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling Amanda. I was like, I'm debating if I should just stash the jackets that I have now, for later on in the year or whatever. But then I'm like, because all like it's all whatnot crap. You know what I mean? Like everything, for me, for the most part. I mean, I source a ton of stuff for all the other platforms as well. But when I'm going out, I'm looking for whatnot shit. And if I pick up other stuff, that's fine. But I'm going out for whatnot things. And so
Well, even
I pick
with
up a bunch
that,
of stuff.
like all my heavier quarter zips and stuff like that, I put aside.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just
So it's
not the
like,
time where you're going to get the maximum dollars for it.
yeah.
I mean, will
Yeah,
it
exactly.
sell? Sure, it'll sell, but
Yeah.
it'll sell in, a heavy quarter zip's going to sell for $5 in the middle of summertime, whereas we get toward,
Yep.
coming up on winter, it's going to sell for 20.
Yeah, DA, that's what Steven was saying last week or the week prior. He was getting stoked because hats, and obviously he's like literally the hat guy. They sell better in the summertime, and he was getting stoked because hat season was coming around or whatever. So he knew
It's the
that.
time of the hats.
Yeah, yeah. Which is funny because I don't I don't list a lot of hats because all the hats that I buy, like I said, are I put them on whatnot. Like I don't go and source hats that I don't think are gonna be like a whatnot thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I also don't do a good job of like having things listed on eBay or all the other ones and pulling those off of those platforms to throw into a whatnot show. You know what I mean? Like,
Reminds me, this new app, how easy it is to cross-list something to whatnot, but then just take it from whatnot and then just throw it into a show, and then all you gotta go do is pick it out of that eBay inventory, put it in the show, then it sells on the show and it delists it from everywhere else. Be really nice to be able to
Yeah.
do too.
yeah, that is super nice because that's what I was talking about with the jackets. I was like, all these jackets are for whatnot, but I'm like, if I'm gonna sit on these for the next 4 months or 5 months or whatever it is, I might as well have them listed on eBay, where not take any crazy low ball offers. You know what I mean? But if it ends up
Right.
selling for 80% of what I'm asking for, then cool. You know what I
Right.
mean? But so I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I always had that dilemma because I almost never list my whatnot stuff on anything else. I just I rip it on there. So
Yeah, DA, another good point about hats is it's always has a lot to do with the sports that's on that time, and really MLB is pretty good until the All-Star break. They'll buy all teams will sell until the All-Star break, and then after the All-Star break, then it really comes down to whoever's actually winning and has a chance to be in the postseason.
Oh, yeah,
And all the crappy teams that fall off and nobody's really going to go to those games anymore, those sales really go away. But then right after the All-Star game, you got about 2 or 3 weeks there to build up for NCAA, and then in August, the NCAA and the NFL really start hitting hard. So it really helps out. But then. And then after that's NBA, but NBA just sucks all the time. Nobody. But we hit. I don't know if we hit last week on our under.
yeah. Oh, dude, I forgot the guy. Yeah, your bet.
How much? How much
Hit
do
the
you
under.
gonna share the wealth there?
Well, considering that they lost.
Did you bet in 5 too?
No, I bet that game. I bet OKC and the under.
You
did
parlayed
both?
it.
What?
Oh,
I didn't
no,
say to do
dude.
that, bro.
I thought it was just the under.
No.
Okay.
Oh my god! I thought he was gonna hit us with the. Well, then I bet on the second game and I lost it all.
Yeah. That's been
Like,
it's been
damn it, dude.
been
No,
rough to
learn by
watch.
lesson.
Yeah.
No, learn by
Yeah.
lesson on that one. I don't usually bet basketball anyway, but it was fun. It gave me a reason to watch.
Yeah, I know
So,
Steven's been absolutely balls deep in some OKC, dude.
Yeah,
He's
it's been.
freaking.
Last game was hard to watch, though. It's hard to watch.
What's
They're better
what's the
than that.
series at?
They're losing 2-1 now. They're not even gonna win it now.
here's what we're on now: U.S.
Yeah.
Open.
There you
US
go.
Open bets.
There you
I've
go.
been seeing a
US
lot of
Open
posts.
Oh, I'm still going. Oh, yeah. Then we got the OKC.
Dang, dude.
Then we got the OKC. See the big red box?
Yeah, that means loss.
Yeah,
So
it's
somebody got an albatross today. Did y'all see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, are they still warming up? Has it even actually
No, it was
started?
today. Today started.
Today
today.
was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Florida Panthers. There we go. There we go, dude. Freaking little hometown.
Yeah. See, that was me
Yeah.
at work today.
Home state. Yeah, this guy, dude. In case anybody wants to know why their newspapers aren't arriving properly, this is your guy. This is your guy. You blame him because he's sitting there with 3 screens up and watching golf. You know, instead of doing his job, dude. I guess that's what happens when you're the boss.
I have people to do the jobs.
Yeah, exactly. I guess that's what happens when you
I just
run the whole
monitor
ship.
the progress.
Yeah, and that's something. Dude, that's incredible. Hey, Steven. This is one of my favorite things throughout at least that last 3 weeks is how are the bins?
I got to go and actually Mary found some pretty cool hats. We picked up some cool hats. I think I got a picture of. I sold them as soon as I put them on Instagram. Somebody
Really?
messaged me and they bought my cool hats that I found. Check out these. And we talked about them. We've talked about this brand.
Oh,
That's the wrong one.
that's a pie chart.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Marlboro.
Marlboro Music. Yeah, these were pretty
Yep.
cool. I found those at the bins. Mary found them actually. Found this Marlboro hat and this land management hat. Those were pretty
Got
cool.
2 Marlboro
Yeah,
hats
that
you
was-
got?
Yeah. And I
Wow.
sold them both like in 12 hours on Instagram. So that Marlboro
Any more
stuff.
Scotties?
No more Scotties. But
Ah.
that Marlboro stuff is just hot.
Yeah, dude.
I did not even realize it as much as
I had
don't
one
even-
of those in a Whatnot show after I came back from Virginia. Like when I found all those hats at the bins in Virginia, and that Marlboro Music was one of them. I would have kept it, but what's funny about the one that I found is it had that. What's the bill called when it goes straight and then it kind of curves at the end like that? You know, that style of bill, whatever it's called.
They pinch it. Where
They
pinch
kind
it
of
at the
yeah.
end?
So it's like it would be a flat bill, but then
Yeah.
at the ends it kind of goes in like a, like a little 45-degree angle or whatever, kind of at the
I
ends.
think some people they just used to pinch those bills. They call them. I always called them like a pinched bill. I don't
Are
know
you
if there
trying?
is a technical name.
Are you trying to say that with some like interesting accent or?
Pinched or
Okay,
pinched?
there you go. Okay, I was just making
Peach.
sure. Listen, I didn't know if that was like just how that specific thing was said, or if that was some
and
freaking
that was-
Oklahoma Plains freaking.
That was the French pinched. Le pinched bill. Yeah.
Okay, listen, dude. I'm telling you right now, I'm a dumbass. We don't have to sound smart on this freaking thing, okay, dude?
Pinch.
I heard it too.
Yeah.
My boys in
Pinched bill?
Oklahoma say, "I need a pinch, like get a pinch skull."
Man, you just pinched a little bit.
You
Just
can pinch. You
Oh,
can get a
baby.
pinch your skull, or you
Dude.
can pinch your bill, or you can get a pinch
Oh.
skull or a pinch
Dude,
your
hey,
skull.
Brandon said, I said the same thing to my wife.
pinch.
Oh, dude,
you never
that
got
was
a pinch.
freaking-
You never got a
No,
pinch your
dude.
skull.
No, we take a big old pinch of that.
Pinch.
Yeah.
I can hear Grandma going, "Come here, baby. Let me just pinch your cheeks."
Yeah, dude.
Pinch your cheeks. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
It's exactly. So the first week that you went to the bins, you said it was dog. You were like,
Dog.
whatever. The second week, it seemed like it got better. You found the Scotty and some other
Jesus
stuff. And then the third week is like, it
Well,
seems like
that was
kinda
actually
popping
the
out more.
Oklahoma City bins that I found the cool hats at. It wasn't my local bins.
Damn it.
We went and took my son to Norman, which is near Oklahoma City, but and then we went to the Oklahoma City bins that usually has better hats. So that's why we found those.
What's that
our
one like?
our local bins we hadn't actually been to this week, but so
Well,
I
how
don't have
far
a
is
hat
that?
update. I don't have a hat
Damn.
update for there.
Damn it. I thought those came from the
Well,
local bins.
How
I
far
wish.
out of your way is that?
What, the Oklahoma City bins?
Yeah.
Norman is where I had to take my son is my 20 minutes from Oklahoma City. It's really not that far at all.
Well, but how far is it from you?
2
Yeah,
hours.
You went
Yeah.
just to the
Oh,
bins.
geez.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 hours. Yeah.
That's what I
Way
was
too
wondering.
far. Yeah, it's way too far. We just had the bins here just finish up they like redid the whole inside of the building. So the last like year or whatever, the bins, it's still been open, but it's been in the actual warehouse. No AC and shit. So they just did the soft opening the Monday that just happened. And or maybe it was the previous Monday, whatever. But and yeah, it's nice to be inside, but our bins is so shit, dude, that like I don't know. I can't stand. I really can't stand going to the bins. At least these ones. Dude, it's like I can't do the whole waiting around thing. The whole waiting around thing just like
Yeah, we
drives
got
me insane.
super lucky. We walked in the door and everybody was over there with the hat bins that usually come out, and we just got super lucky that they had just wheeled them out. And I mean, we didn't get first pick, but most of the people there don't really know what hats to look for or look for hats anyways. So
Yeah.
that's why we got super lucky. We were in and out of the bins 30 minutes with the IKEA bag full. So
that's awesome.
It was super successful.
Yeah, that's really
That's
good.
really
I'm
cool.
hoping that with the new with the like new style that they're doing or whatever at these bins that it'll get better. It's not that it's small or anything like that. It's that the rotations they do take a while. Not as long as some other ones, but it's the when they bring out a new rotation, it's very little stuff. You know what I mean? Like they'll bring out like 3 bins that are full of like lampshades and cords, and then like
Right.
3 other bins are full of like shoes, and then like one's like linens, and then like one's like clothes. You know what I mean? So and then it's like, dude, then you got to wait for another 45 minutes to get another rotation of stuff. It's just it irks me.
What
bad.
we noticed, we're pretty sure they're just sprinkling a little bit of new stuff on top. The last time we did go to our bins, they just pulled those bins back, sprinkled a little bit of new stuff, and brought out the old stuff again.
They do
thinking,
that. Thinking like we're dumb. Like
yeah,
dude, I
listen,
I already grabbed this shirt. I already grabbed this shirt like 17 times, dude. Like I promise I know what it is.
Right.
Like, yeah, ours does the same thing, dude. It's freaking. And what sucks now that I don't know if you guys have this issue. Well, you guys don't really go to flea markets, but it's so hot now where I live. You know what I mean? It's getting well into the 90s with the feels like approaching 100. That, dude, the flea markets are like, they're still good. Don't get me wrong. Like they're still better than most places, but dude, by 10 o'clock, it's burning up, dude. And like, all the vendors are, they're packing up early and stuff. So it's only early morning hustles here. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That was on my ride home today.
101. I don't want to see that. So hopefully you can hear it this time, because you guys know what time it is right now.
It's polo time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't see it. I can't hear it. I forgot.
Raiders keep you
You can't hear it?
informed.
No.
Raiders polos can't be ignored. Polo vibes, polo prize. Raiders fly the polo prize.
How can you not hear it? I don't even know. I don't even know
It
what's
doesn't
going
play
on.
for me. It literally doesn't play for me.
Could you hear us
crazy.
talking?
Yeah, I can hear you talking. Just the music doesn't
It's
play
still
for me
playing.
for some reason.
It's still
Yeah.
playing.
I
just
can
turned
hear
it
you
While
guys
we're
talking just fine. Yeah, I can hear. I think you have me blocked, dude.
I don't have you blocked.
No, I think I freaking I think I think I reposted something on Facebook that like made you upset or whatever. You blocked me, so I can't hear
Do you want me to kick you out right now?
it. No, because
I don't. I can adjust your mic.
Oh,
volume.
Mike, go
What?
into your settings at the bottom,
settings.
and then go to audio,
Audio.
and then does it say background?
No.
No, look where it says reduce mic background noise.
I do not have that option. Echo cancellation? I don't know, dude.
Ridiculous.
Dude,
Anyways, it's bolo time.
Oh,
being young, dude, I don't do this whole technology thing, dude. Back in my day, we used to send pigeons with freaking music.
We got to
stuff.
remember before we start next week. We got to get fired up, figured out on the bolo music.
Yeah, dude, because I'm gonna pull my shirt off, dude, and start running around.
I got one for you,
All right, let's see it, Coach.
Frank. Anything Nike golf with Frank.
I have not seen that.
Yeah, I don't
Who
know.
is
No?
Frank?
Seen that either.
Frank is his head cover. Frank took on his
Oh,
own
the tiger?
persona. Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Tiger's head cover.
Tiger's head cover.
Yeah.
The one his
Oh,
mother
okay.
made for him.
Right? So it's older?
Yeah. It's older.
Okay.
And if you find it with the TW, that is big dollars.
I bet.
Now, stepping forward in time, anything Tiger related that's Sunday red.
I still haven't got any Sunday Red stuff. Wow.
Oh,
That's a
shit.
sold.
Oh, you
Uh-oh.
even got one.
Oh, who's got a Sunday red? Ooh.
Oh no. Oh no, he didn't. Oh no, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Oh. Where is
Brandon says, you guys notice Fired Up isn't sweating? He has his thermostat in the playpen set at 57. Is that true?
Oh,
dude? Dude, listen, I'm
You're
telling
always
you right
sweating.
Mark.
I know, dude, look. There ain't a freaking drop on this, dude. Dude, that's what I'm telling you right now, dude. Playpen is worth every freaking dollar, dude. I'm telling you.
Just so you don't sweat. So, bottom line is bolos for this week. Anything Tiger Woods vintage, anything Tiger Woods new Sunday red. Big money, big sell-through rate.
All right, do you got one for us this week, Mike?
Yeah, I actually have a really good one. I'm just typing it into the computer real quick.
Hacking it in.
Okay, here, I'll show you this one then. These are like super slept on, dude. I mean, the people that know, they know, as they say. But and you can usually get them for so cheap. But vintage underwear, these ones are not the highest priced, right? So two things. Number one, they got to be sealed in the package. I've never sold any that aren't, so I don't think they're gonna be that great. But these ones are from 1999, so they're not like the craziest ones. But I'm gonna tell you right now, they sell the 1999 ones sell for $40 immediately every time. I can't bring it up on the computer, but I had some like 1980s sealed in the package as well. Those are $65. Right when you list them, they're $65, and they'll sell before you can go to bed.
Like Teddy Whitey's?
Yeah, like tidy whities or boxer briefs or stuff like that. And if you can also find, like I said, these aren't the craziest high price or anything like that, but here, let me try not to get the guy's name. But these ones, they sold for $17. They're just the same. They're just undershirts, but it's the same thing. It's like, I picked these up for $1 each. I've already shipped off 2 other pairs. I picked them up for $1 each at an estate sale. And like I said, they sell so fast. Don't ask me who buys them. I have no idea. But anytime you find vintage underwear in the 90s, the older that they are, like most things, the more valuable they are. So the oldest ones I've gotten are from the early 80s, I believe. And they're $65 immediately when you like right away. So those are good ones to look
usually
out
on those
for.
packages.
Huh?
Are the dates usually on those
Yeah.
packages?
So here, I'll grab it for you.
I want to interview these people buying though.
So the date, so on these ones, you see the date right there, 1999.
Yeah.
So on the older ones, I don't have any with me, which sucks. But on the older ones, they'll also have the date on them. Like I have, I think these are right here.
DA's got a nice bowler there too.
Yeah, we're gonna put DAs up.
Yeah, so I got these as well. These it's just a shirt, but you can see at the bottom right there, 1979.
Oh wow.
So if you can find them in the package, I've never found them at thrift stores, but at estate sales, if you look, it's not something that the estate sale company is going to put on camera. Like for the most part, everybody knows this. If the estate sale company takes the time to take a photo of it and put it in the listing of the estate sale, it's going to be priced up. That's just how it goes. So what I do is I look on estate sale sites for just old things. It could be lamps or, whatever, their furniture, how does their house look? And if that shit looks old and you go there, old people have stuff like this, and it'll just be like under their bed, or you know what I mean? And it'll just be shit that they bought 40 years ago that they never opened up. And so you can find things that people like the three of us aren't going to go in there and look for, like old underwear and old like undershirts that are still in the packages. And dude, we came up on some dude, like I made hundreds and hundreds of dollars because I got like a big ass box full of like this 1979 ones, but they were actually underwear. And dude, I sold all of them so fast, dude. It was sweet. So it's a good bolo because it's not something in my opinion, that is like a highly competitive thing if you're out and about looking for stuff.
Right.
So
Fire to find slinging underwear.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, let's see what DA had. DA had his bolo this week is Manny Pacquiao Nike hats. 2 this week overnight, 1 for 45 and 1 for 55. Yeah. Manny Pacquiao does awesome. Also, Floyd Mayweather is good too. It is usually what is it? TMT, the money team.
Yeah, the money team.
The money team is a really good one to find as well. But yeah, boxing stuff does awesome. It's usually around 50. That's why people buy it. All right, Brandon says that the vintage underwear makes your package look huge, and that's why people are buying the vintage underwear.
Brandon, you get the rooster.
We're gonna need some confirmation on that out there, guys. Please let us know. I don't know. The Raiders might be bulked up by the time you see us next. We might be buying some $40 underwear.
Yeah. Yeah, if you go to Little B 10,000 on Instagram, dude, I'm sure he has a couple shirtless boxer pics, dude.
Is that like Tom Cruise or whatever? Is that what he was wearing?
Yeah, dude.
Talk to me, Goose.
Talk to me, Goose.
What's yours?
Me? I got some more hats. Check out this. I told you all those Carhartts are bangers. I did something crazy on this sale right here. Look, it did it again.
Ooh,
there we go.
I did
something crazy. So this is a Los Angeles Lakers 47 brand Carhartt hat. They're super hard to find. So what I initially did, I think I priced this hat accidentally or I accidentally put it on to mark down. I had it at $59.95 and I put it in my wrong category and it marked down to like $45. This bozo that, well, I shouldn't say bozo. Strike that from the record. My customer initially offered me $30 for this hat, right? And so I'm like, $30? Why is it marked down so low? And so I'm like, decline. And then I go in and I mark the hat up to $60. I'm like, I'm not selling it for $30. I'm selling this for $60. I think it was at 45. He offered me 30. And I was like, I must have messed up. So I always do like to get the people that are lowballing out there and then get them sometimes. Sometimes they'll correct my mistakes for me, and I don't even realize that I have something priced that low. But anyways, Carhartt 47 brand. I think I have an Eagles one somewhere as well. That'll be a really
I
good
got a Jags one in the closet.
Yeah, and it'll probably sell for. This one probably could have held out and got 90 or 100. I went ahead and took the 60, but they sell super fast and are great.
Yeah. After all that smack you were talking about NBA hats.
Yeah, I know. But Lakers and Celtics are exempt from NBA smack talk. Of course, old Bulls is.
Bulls.
Yeah.
So
that's a good one.
That was a really good one. And I got something else here.
Okay, we're back to Marble Music. In case you guys didn't know, that's a good hat.
I think I got I can't drag and drop.
You can't do what?
It won't let me like drag and drop the picture over here.
Yeah, drag and
I do have some awesome earbuds I haven't talked about yet. Jabra Elite earbuds 119. These were better because they were the Elite, and of course the higher the number, generally the better they're going to be. I got like Jabra 5, 6s. If you can find 10s or 11s, usually they're over $100. But Jabra makes some really good earbuds. $30 to $40 range for the lower end, like 7s and 8s or 65Ts, I think is what they're called. But Jabra is a great brand of earbud, and they can really push the price up there on those.
I bet that's not one that a lot of people know about either.
Probably
I've
not.
never heard of that brand in my life.
Yeah, I didn't really hear about it until I started getting into this, and it's really more for kind of people that I want to say more like executive style people and people that really need their earbuds. The sound is supposed to be really good for people on phone calls and stuff like that. Not really the best for like listening to music and whatnot. I think it's more for people that are actually trying to conduct business and have good phone calls. But that one's really good. I got another hat here. I don't know. I know I've talked about it on an eBay or a YouTube video before. But always look out for this Icon hat. This one sold super quick. D Squared 2 is an awesome hat brand. This Icon hat is it's probably their most popular one. It always sells super quick too for 50, 60 bucks.
What is it, like a streetwear or something?
Yeah, D Squared 2 is a streetwear brand, and their Icon hat is great. Quirky Quest Treasures wants us to check out this Raiders hat.
Yeah, dude. Let's freaking see it.
Yeah, send it over to our Instagram. Send it to one of us, and we'll just definitely check it out.
He said, I have this Raiders hat that I can't find anywhere on eBay, and I'm not sure if you guys have an idea of the price point. Yeah, we got to see it. We got to see it. Send it.
Send it.
Hopefully somebody has their notifications on for their Instagrams. So, listen, anybody else that doesn't know some shit, send it our way. I'm not saying that we know literally anything at all, but I do want to, it's cool to see, because if we don't know something too, dude, then now you guys have, 4 other people that want to figure out what the hell you have. So, we all learn. This is not a place where we think that we know everything. At least, I
Corky,
mean,
send it.
Steven thinks that
Corky,
he knows
I got my
everything,
IG
but
right here.
yeah, Steven thinks that he knows everything, but I'm not that what is it called? When you're like think a lot of yourself.
Learn
Yeah. I'm not that pinched.
You're not pinched.
I'm not
Whatever.
that pinched.
I got one more. You want to see one more?
Hit us.
What is this? What does this hat say? Anyway, it sold for $45.
We can't read it. What does it say?
Can't read
Well,
it.
let me get the other one.
Sold is in the way.
It's more for the younger crowd. What do you think that says? The younger
Go
crowd.
one more. Oh, it's a runner's hat. It's for
Yeah.
it's for like marathons and shit. Go one more mile.
Yeah. Is that what it says? I
Go
knew it
one
was
more.
Self-S.
Yeah.
What could it say?
Goon
This
more.
one you gotta turn sideways.
I don't know if you can say that on eBay or on eBay. I don't know if you can say that on YouTube.
What, goon?
Yeah, stop saying it.
You can't, dude. What do you mean? What?
I guess you're gonna have to look this one up. I don't know who bought this,
Really?
but
Oh, dude, please
see,
tell me that this is a saying that I can't say. It might be my new favorite freaking saying.
I don't know about that. I thought it was pretty crazy when I saw it. And if you know
Urban Dictionary.
yeah, there you go. It's definitely kind of what are they, not millennials, whatever it is. Gen
Oh
Z.
shit. Oh, dude. Yeah, dude. 100%, dude. I'm telling you right now, dude. I know at least a couple gooners. I'm telling you right now, dude. I'm telling you right now. Matter of fact, you can't even be a gooner in the state of Florida because they block all the damn websites, dude. Yeah, you got to get creative, dude, and start going on damn, freaking YouTube or something. You gotta start digging into the old spank bank, if you know what I'm saying.
The old Goonmore hat sold immediately, or go one more.
Wow.
And anyways, the brand that you're looking for on that hat is Seal Athletics, CIELE. They're running stuff sales all the time. Usually it's
That's
30 to 35 on their running hats. That one I knew would be more, just because I didn't know if anybody would read it the way that I thought it could be read. But
The fact that you read it that way says a lot about your character.
yeah, it says that I have 3 boys that never shut up. They're all
Good save.
3 boys
Yeah.
that are always the hip slang I have to listen to all the time.
Well, you got to ask your boys why the hell they know what that means.
Dude, it's like,
Dude, I didn't even know what that meant.
you didn't?
No, I swear on my life.
No.
No, I
Well.
never heard that in my life. But it is funny. My sister is 19, something like that. And we talked to her on the phone today, and she said something. I don't remember what it was, but she said, and I was like, what? I was like, what does that mean? I was like, am I getting to the point, like, for the first time in my life where I'm like, I'm not understanding some of the slang terms? It was really upsetting.
Do you know what a gyat is?
Nope.
All right. That's your
No.
word for next week. You'll have to gyat on that.
Is dude, that's something in Oklahoma shit. I'm telling you right now.
No, it's not.
Corky Quest. Who got the DM, dude? Did Coach?
It just says hold on still.
Dude, you're
No,
freaking killing
yeah.
me, Smalls.
My phone
Yeah,
is my
absolutely.
camera, so I can't use it right now.
Corky,
All right, well,
send it
send
to
it.
mine so I can pull it up.
Maybe I can get it on my computer. Did you send it to me?
I don't know.
I don't know, but somebody needs to get got. Because dude, this better be some Raider shit that ain't nobody ever even seen before. Some
I
super
cannot.
grail, dude. I wonder if Hourly Flipper's still in here. I want to know. I wonder how long he's been at the game. Hourly Flipper. Steven, do you remember what time of year, or actually, this is a good one because I've never heard this. What got you into this whole thing in the first place?
That is a
told
great
this story.
question.
I haven't heard this story.
He told us. Same time.
Do
You
what?
have a better memory than I.
What
do.
did I
swear
say?
You told this story. Don't ask me to remember anything.
What got us
I almost
started?
forgot what I was doing just now.
Well, we talked about my best sell, and what really got us started in doing it was when we found the Lord of the Ring books. Just going to yard sales, and
But you were going there specifically looking for things to flip online, or were you going just to go yard sale?
we started specifically going looking for things to sell.
So like what got you into that? Like did you watch a
YouTube,
video or
a stupid
yeah?
YouTube video. Who was the first? Who else I really liked? What is his name? Matt from he lives in California. I think his name was Matt. What was the name of his channel? He did some hats every now and then, but he mainly he just did he was an everything seller. What was his name?
Matt, what's your name?
But anyways, just watching some YouTube videos, and I was just like, man, we could find some stuff, and then decided to go to I have to talk Mary into everything, and I was like, we could find some stuff to sell, I'm sure. And then we start finding thousands of dollars worth of stuff, and just kept on rolling from there.
And then how long did you do it before you quit your job?
3 years.
3 years.
It was about 3 years.
Is it
before
Why
just-
So Thrifty?
No.
Oh.
What is Matt's name?
I don't know, but I'm looking at Matt from Why So Thrifty.
He had a pretty big channel too.
Did he stop?
Matt Ryan King. Matt King?
No.
Okay. I can't help
He probably
you.
got kicked off of YouTube because they found out he was gooning.
I can't believe that. I don't see him here. Matt. I don't know. I guess I'll have to show you next time.
Yeah.
All right. Quirky Quest.
Yeah, he's gonna have to hit us next week then, because
I got nothing.
Send us a picture. We'll get you next week. We'll take a look at this.
unless you know what would be absolutely hilarious, dude, if we got our first troll and we got an Instagram DM from him and freaking and it was just a picture of a sack or something like that. I'd fucking absolutely cry. I swear to God, I'd cry.
One sitting on a bench, just hanging on a bench.
Yeah, dude, fired up, signing off from Cell Block C, Cell Block P, baby. Playpen pimping.
All right, guys. We'll play some of our rap bolo finds on the way out here. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you again next week.
Go out and find that underwear.
Find you some drawers.
Find you some drawers.